What's going on, y'all? It's the Kid J Nolan here, and we got to talk about this whole Keke Palmer, Usher, Darius Jackson. I don't know if he's her ex-boyfriend, current boyfriend. We really don't know what their standing is at this current point, but there is some additional controversy going on in their situation, and we're going to address it up front, okay? Now, as we all know, couple of months ago, Keke Palmer was out in Vegas. She showed up at Usher's Las Vegas residency where he's out there doing concerts pretty much 3-4 nights a week or whatever the case may be. She had on some scantily clad clothing that was kind of sheer over the booty, but she didn't have no like skirt or shorts on under the sheerness, you know what I'm saying? And he didn't support that shit. So he spoke out on Twitter. I criticized him on this channel. Refer back to that video if you want to get my complete take on Darius Jackson's tweets. But what I will say, not every man wants their woman to be out in scantily clad clothing, okay? I personally don't even believe that they're together. I personally don't believe that they were together when she went out there to Vegas. I think they may have had some sort of dust up, some sort of issue. Perhaps they went on break. You know what I mean? Perhaps she decided, hey, I'm going out here whether you want me to or not, and I'm finna do what the fuck I want. The entire scene just seemed very contrived to me, not on Usher's part, but on Keke's part. Like, she was out there to show out. She knew he wasn't gonna like that shit. She knew he was gonna react in some sort of way. I'm sure she didn't expect him to take it public, but she knew that there was some tension there. The fact that he tried to use her being a mother as his reason for criticizing her on social media, I did not support that. I thought that shit was lame. I still think that shit is lame to this day. But again, not every man wants to see their woman or the mother of their child in a certain fashion in a public forum. He's entitled to feel the way that he feels. She's entitled to feel the way that she feels. But this whole situation has definitely become very cringeworthy. We talked about that situation for all of about a week or two. It proceeded to fade away. Keke Palmer, ended up getting booked for some concerts where she did some songs where she continued to taunt him. They were old songs, but she definitely made sure that they were played. People made sure that they recorded it and put it on social media to add fuel to the fire. That was talked about for a couple of days. We've gone a little while without talking about Keke Palmer and Mr. Darius Jackson, but she's now popped up in a new Usher video. So now they're rekindling and linking back up. The song is called Boyfriend. He's got lines in the song talking about, I heard your boyfriend's looking for me and all of this type of shit. So Usher's feeding into the narrative. Keke Palmer's in the video dressed like Usher, performing as Usher in some instances. They're doing duet type of scenes in the video. She's having a great time. But then there's also like the part where she's in the bed talking about how she missed the event, all this type of stuff. I am a mother, and all of this type of stuff. Continuing to put gasoline on the fire, on the issue between herself and Darius, continuing to let this play out in the public, which I think is distasteful on both of their parts, right? The song by Usher, Boyfriend, I'm not a fan of it. It's not something that I'm going to be listening to. It won't be added to any of my playlists. If y'all like it, y'all love it, that's cool. I'm not criticizing y'all for that. It's just not my cup of tea. I'm a big Usher fan. I saw him at Dreamville Fest this year. All of the songs were pretty immaculate except for the new ones. Now, on the heels of all of this taking place, Mr. Darius Jackson has done some exclusive interviewing with People magazine, okay? In the article, they state that he may no longer be the boyfriend in question, which feeds into what I was saying anyway. I don't think they were together at all in the last couple of months. And a source has told People magazine that he's moved on. According to the source, they're saying that Jackson is now focused on an acting career and wants to put this drama behind him. In terms of co-parenting, the pair are making it work. They say you don't have to be in the same household to be good parents, okay? And I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all, man. At this point, I'm kind of leaning more towards Darius Jackson and his side of the story. Now, again, the shit he did was lame. But now that Keke Palmer is out here retaliating and continuing to add to the narrative, continuing to add to the storyline, trying to keep this thing going, I'm seeing what she's doing as very lame, very corny as well. There's been a lot of discourse going around on Twitter. Somebody even said, if this were a man doing exactly what Keke Palmer is doing, continuing to harp on this one event and just keep stretching it along, people would say that he was lame, he was corny, he ain't got nothing else going on. What the fuck else is happening in your life? Do you have anything else worth talking about, right? And a lot of people have come to Keke Palmer's defense. They think that this is a great move. They want to laugh at Darius. They want to position this as Keke Palmer, the breadwinner. He's a scrub. He gonna have to eat this. He gonna have to deal with it. And hey, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I don't know what this guy does. They say he's a personal trainer. I don't know if he's still training people. He wants to go into acting. Good luck to that man on the acting side, because we don't know if he's even a good actor. I know his brother's an actor, so maybe his brother may be able to pull some strings, make some calls, get him some auditions. Best of luck. But just looking at the subject at hand and how she's trying to continue to rub this in his face as a co-parent, as a mother, I think the shit is whack, right? If y'all are trying to co-parent and raise this child, this beautiful baby boy together, if y'all want to have a nucleus, and it doesn't mean that y'all have to be in the same household, does not mean y'all have to have a relationship or any type of romance going on. But in order to have a peaceful co-parenting situation, I do not believe that this should be going on. I'm just going to keep it a buck. People can say what they want, but I come from split households. I was raised that way. I lived with my mother. I saw my father on weekends. He would pull up to the house, give me money, give me things that I needed, help me with school. He'd go about his way. I go to his house on weekends. We were into a lot of different things together as far as bowling, sports, you know what I'm saying? Music. When I took an interest in music, he was very supportive of these things. We had different bonds. No matter what was going on between him and my mother, it never permeated down to me. Now, there were times when they argued, right? And things got heated in the household, and he called her out her name and different stuff like that. And I would have moments where I wasn't fucking with him. But after a while, they patched things up. They went their separate ways. You feel me? And I forgave my father, and I treated him as my dad. But to me, it's like, just imagine if the issues between your parents, and I'm talking to you, the viewer right now, just imagine if your parents were raising you in a public situation, co-parenting situation, and every grievance that they had, or an ongoing stream of grievances that they had with each other, played out in front of millions of people online, right? You have your father criticizing your mother for how she's dressing. Of course, you're not seeing this, but let's just assume, let's just put little Leo, their child, let's say he's a little bit older, or he has to look back on these types of things, right? Or it's just the environment that he's being raised in. I'm sure they're probably arguing over who's gonna have him on this day, who gonna have him on that day, who you with, what's you know what I'm saying, who you having my child around, all this type of stuff. But the fact that it ends up coming out to us simple people that really shouldn't know what the fuck they have going on, especially as Keke Palmer is somebody that we look to as a voice of class, right? We look at her at a higher standard in the press and in the media. She's always been very composed, very intelligent. She could do some country shit here and there, you know what I'm saying? But that's kind of like part of her charm. But we wouldn't expect her to keep harping on this thing, to keep trying to play and antagonize this man when that's the father of your child, if you want a healthy co-parenting situation. So this ends up making him look better because he says, I'm trying to move on. I'm not worried about none of this stuff. I've taken my hands off the wheel. She can drive it wherever she wants to go. I'm focusing on my acting career and raising my child. So he ends up looking like the good guy. Honestly, he looks like he was right all along for a lot of people. I still criticize both of them. I feel like they both contributed to this issue. They both have doused the flame enough. So both of them are going to have to deal with the consequences. But in this moment, I'm definitely side-eyeing Miss Keke Palmer. I'm definitely side-eyeing Usher for doing this video and, you know, trying to make light of it. But I'm more so looking at Keke Palmer allowing her to be a pawn in his game, because this is all just leading up to a new album. This is all just adding to his views and engagements and impressions. This is only just adding up to his money. I'm sure him and Keke Palmer are friends, but after this album cycle is over with, we'll probably never see them in a room together ever again. Just being honest. So I'm going to go ahead and bang the gavel on everybody. 1, 2, 3. Usher, Keke, and Darius, you all are getting tossed the fuck out today. Nobody wins, okay? I'm just sharing my opinion on it. Y'all are free to let me know what you think down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates, and I will see you guys on the next one, all right? Much love and respect. Y'all stay safe out there. Peace!